Hey everybody, it's me, um, Joey Ocastino, or Joey Murphy, depending on what you call me. Um, I haven't made a video in about 2 weeks. Um, yeah, about 2 weeks. Um, I haven't uploaded one in about three because I got a new computer, because my mom broke her old one because we had an argument and she decided to break her computer. Because it was like 3 in the morning and she was mad I hadn't gone to bed. Um, let's see. It's a Acer Aspire One that's sitting right in front of me. It's pretty small, and the webcam is crap. It is like a 10-minute video is a um a 10-minute video is 10 GBs, whereas if I make a 13-minute video on this is the Dell, so this is the one my mom's old computer had. If I made a 13-minute video on this, Uh, it's like 74 megabytes, and I don't know the math of like how many megabytes equal a gig. Probably 1,000. I don't know. It's like how many centimeters equal an inch. I don't really know. But it's you can barely. It takes like 20 minutes to upload a 10-minute video with 74 megabytes. So 10 gigabytes is out of the picture. Definitely you can't upload that on Facebook, way too big. um, but anyway, so a lot has happened in these past 2 weeks. I obviously I shaved, got a haircut. I kind of look like Dan, but like I've got a calic like right shit here and here, but this one's not visible right now. But if I look like that one's not really visible right now either. But um, but yeah. Um, so, uh, 2 weeks ago today, uh, I don't know, my mom was giving me another lecture on the way to school, and I got pissed, and while she was driving, I jerked the wheel, like, pulled it to the right, and we were in the right lane on 40, the far right lane on 40, right before 15501, and, in Durham, obviously, and, you know those little speed bumps on the side that are like they're right after each other, and when you hit them, it makes your tire go. Buh, 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 buh. Yeah, all we did was hit those, and I pushed the wheel back. It's not like I jerked it and let go like she said I did, but I did jerk the wheel, which was dangerous and stupid. Um, so she, we kind of had a quiet car the rest of the way, and hold on. We kind of had a uh, quiet ride the rest of the way, and to school, and then she picked me up. Like I had school from I'd get there like 8:30. My first class was 9 to 9:50. Then I had a break till 11, 11 to 11:50, 12 to 12:50, 1 to 1:50, and I'd get picked up around 2:33. So I got picked up around 3. Um, and on the way back, she asked me, she's like, "Do you remember what you did this morning?" Yeah, I remember what I did. I was stupid. Um, And I don't know. By the end of the conversation, I wanted her to drop me off somewhere in Hillsborough. And by the end of the conversation, uh, right as we were pulling off the exit, uh, on Old 86 off 40, she said, "If you want to live with me, you have to take meds." Well, I, I've been on like ADHD medicine, depression medicine, anxiety meds, uh, for about in between 10 and 13 years. Either since I was 8 or 5. Thinking more like first grade, so probably 6, so about 12 years, almost 13. Um, anyway, so like when I went to jail this summer, they completely cut me. Like jail has this policy that they don't give controlled substances, but it's more like they don't really give. They don't really give. If they don't want to give it, they don't give it. So of all the meds I was on, they only gave me one, and the first 4 days I didn't have meds at jail. Oh God, was I helpless. Every time I got made a phone call, I cried like a bitch. I said things that you know, not I didn't just say things because I wasn't on meds. I also said things like because I wanted my mom to bail me out. Like I'd change my ways. I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't do that. Uh, Knowing damn well when I got out, I'd probably do some of it because some of it wasn't that big of a deal. Um, but to me at least, like who I hung out with, I had to be smart when I was around them. Um, but uh, I even said to Dan, I cried and I was like, I respect you so much. I can't believe you did 6 months of this bullshit. I've only been here for 4 days, and I could never do 6 months. Yeah, okay, okay. Um, and then, on my 17th day, I got transferred out to prison to serve the rest of my 45-day sentence. So I had 28 days, 4 weeks exactly in prison. And they pretty much said the same thing Jail did. They were like, well, we're going to keep you on the med you're on and not put you back on any of the other ones. Because I was in there for a misdemeanor probation violation, and they wanted to put me. The guy who was in charge of meds thought I was going to be there longer than I was, and he wanted to put me. Fucking out back in minimum for custody. But one of the requirements to go out there is you can't be on meds. So he wanted to completely. He didn't want to take me off completely. He wanted to taper me off. So they tapered me off about 50 milligrams every 4 days. And on July 29th or 30th or 31st, I don't know. I took my last pill, and they wanted to give me about a week, and by that time it would have been what, August 7th or 8th, and I would only have 3 days left, and they realized that, and then they were just like, oh well, we'll keep you off the meds, but you're not going out back. I was like, knew I wasn't going to go out there anyway. But ever since I've been off, I've felt like a lot. God, I can't touch that eye. I've felt like a lot freer in thought. My mom says my mind is racing all the time. My mouth's racing, yeah, because uh, the first week or so since when I got out of prison, there was so much I wanted to know about what happened this summer. Um, there was, I had a lot to say. Uh, but yeah, that kind of shit. Um, but I think I'm fine without meds. And so my mom had leftover pills that the jail sent her back, like, oh, we're not gonna give them these. And I called my mom out because my mom's a nurse. So I was like, isn't it illegal for somebody to take a prescription medicine if they don't have a prescription for that med? Even if they had a prescription and you still have leftover pills, you don't have a current prescription, and it's not right to take those meds. That's my theory. But I'm also a firm believer. I don't really believe in, or I guess I'd say I'm a firm non-believer in chemical alteration of the body by way of prescription pills, uh, weed, cigarettes. Although cigarettes don't really chemically alter your body. I don't know. They might. I don't know. I'd say alcohol, but I drink it every now and then. Um, but I didn't want to take pills. So what I told my mom when she said that was when she said, if you want to stay in my house, you have to take pills until because our first agreement was I'd go see this doctor she wanted me to see this past Thursday, and I did see him. And she was like, I told her I was like, well, I guess I'll have to find somewhere else to live. I was joking. So she dropped me off. Where I asked her to drop me off so I could buy a lottery ticket, and then I was like, I'll just walk home. And I got shit, I don't know, halfway home, and my mom and brother were texting me and calling me saying, yo, where you at? And I thought they were coming to pick me up, so I stopped walking. I was like, oh, I'm just sitting on this road, and I was literally sitting on a side road. And then I was getting these threats from a text message towards me and my friends, directed towards me and my friends. And I was kind of like, and then two cops showed up. And they had showed up the day before because I got called for walking behind the old Walmart. But they were just like, oh, we assumed you were walking. We got a call, but we just assumed somebody was walking from the apartment. So you're fine. But they sent 3 cops because they heard it was a Murphy. Um, So then the next day they sent 2 cops, and I thought I had been set up by whoever this person was that was threatening me. I found out though, they were like, you know why we're here? I was like, yeah, I'm being set up. And then they were like, who do you think set you up? And I told them, I was like, I don't know who the number is, but I think it's my brother. The number turned out to be my brother that was threatening me, but that's not why they came. They were like, we have IVC, we have papers to IVC you, involuntarily commit me. Um, and I was like, oh, fuck no. And I should have, the more and more I think about it, I should have caught on to my brother's lie, because, like, they came at around 6, so this is, like, 10 hours after everything happened in the morning, which was the main thing my mom had to go on, was that I jerked the wheel. Her other reasons that I saw on the magistrate's paper, or the IVC paper, was that I wasn't sleeping at night. I was getting 8 hours of sleep, so, and I didn't have a job, and the days that I had school, I would take energy pills, and then I'd crash when I got out of school, so I was doing okay. At least I thought I was. So, like, the main thing she had was that the thing that had happened 10 hours earlier, but what I should have caught on to was when Dan said, like, at 5:30 or 5:45, when he texted me, like, where are you? I said, he was like, I texted, my mom texted me too and was like, where are you? And I texted her back, and then she went and I told her where I was, and I was like, why in the hell are you going to text me asking me where I'm at if you're not going to offer to pick me up or whatever, or if you're not going to reply. And so when Dan called, he was telling me that he was like, oh yeah, mom's in the post office talking to someone. See, that's where I should have caught on that something was up, because nobody's in the post office at 5:30. Post office closes at 5. I didn't think about that until I was on my way to UNC. I was like, damn, I'm stupid. So, you know, the 2 cops come. They've dealt with me before. So they took me to UNC. The guy who actually put me in his car, Deputy Borland, he was kind of a real ass, because I was like, look, I'm getting these threats from someone. I think it's my brother. That's why I was thinking I was set up. Can you, file a report? I'm not going to do anything about it, but can you just put it on report that somebody was threatening me? And he was just like, turn your phone off, turn your phone off. I'm like, you're supposed to protect and serve, you asshole, and you're acting like I'm a bad guy. You're taking me to you don't act like someone who is being involuntarily committed to a psych hospital. You don't act like they're crazy to their face. You might think it behind their back, but you don't act that way, because that so lowers their self-esteem, and that's the last thing they need, is a lower self-esteem. So anyway, I went to UNC. I was there for like 23 hours, and like earlier this summer when I got IVC'd for making a threat out of anger, they pretty much said that, yeah, you did something stupid out of anger, but we don't see any reason to hold you if you're not going to hurt or kill anyone, and it doesn't appear that you're going to hurt or kill anyone, even though you're really mad at your family. It doesn't appear you're going to hurt or kill them. But the reason I guess I stayed so long was they were trying to figure out a living arrangement for me, because my mom was adamant on, if I was not on meds, I would not be in her house. So they found a place for me at the shelter, and they let me go. I didn't even look at the shelter. I walked by it because I had to pass it. I was across the street when I walked by it. Didn't really even look at it. Saw that there were a few people sitting outside waiting to get in, and I was just like, I'm going this way. So I walked from UNC to almost to like 40 near or off of Airport Road, 86, whatever it's called right there, and then got on a bus and rode half a mile down the Eubanks, and then I called. I was like, oh shit, I need my stuff, and I can't go home. If I do, I'm gonna get trespassed. So I called the cops and was like, yeah, non-emergency. Can I get some assistance getting my stuff? It's called protective assistance. That's what I got. The officer that came, there were 2 that came. One was he was recently a jailer, but now he's on patrol, and I don't remember his name. But he dealt with me, and he knew me from jail, and I think that's the only place he saw me. And the other one was named Deputy Boggs. He has a sister who's in my grade. I think I had classes with her in elementary school. I never really talked to her much in high school, but he was pretty chill. He told, he was like, yeah, we'll leave your stuff, all that shit. So we went and got my stuff, and when I got home, my mom was there. Like, she knew I was coming, so did my brother. My brother called my attorney. if there's one person I hate more than family, it's my attorney, because like he tries to act like a disciplinary figure. I'm gonna say disciplinary father figure to me. You're not my dad, dude, and if it was my choice, you wouldn't be my lawyer. Um, because he thinks he's like the shit at being a lawyer, but every time I've got in trouble, I always get the the biggest sentence they can. Whereas there's other people in Hillsborough that get arrested, monthly or a few times a month, and their bond's always under $1,000, and it's the same for same crimes I committed. Sometimes even, in my opinion, worse crimes. And they have a public defender. You never try to fight to lower my bond, so whatever. But it's funny because when I came, he was like, "Do you have the phone?" Because I told my mom I was gonna get a police report filed for whatever was on there, and I thought it was my brother's number, and I actually confirmed it was my brother's number when I was at UNC because I called it and it went to my brother's voicemail. Um, because he had got a new phone that day, and I guess he switched over numbers. So, she wanted the phone back. It's her phone, but the threats concerned me, so I wasn't gonna give it to her. But when I got to the house, my attorney was like, "Well, if you don't give your mom the phone, I'll have her press charges on you." What? Wait, you're my attorney. What kind of attorney wants someone to press charges on their client? No, which one wants one of their clients to press charges on another one of their clients? I know, an attorney that only wants money. Found out what you are, Mr. Cooley. You're a penny straight son of a bitch. Um, so yeah. So I got my stuff, Boggs was like, why the hell, he didn't like my attorney. He was like, why the hell was he here? I was like, I honestly don't know. I honestly don't care. But because I was talking to him, or talking to Boggs about my attorney before we got there. Didn't know he would be there, but he was there. So I got like 2 trash bags full of stuff. It was actually heavy. I didn't think it would be heavy. We went up to the magistrate's office. I actually did leave my phone at home, but Boggs had read the messages and he filed a police report for me. And I'm not gonna press charges against my brother. That'd be stupid. I mean, he's done it to me, but I'm not. I don't do that. So less involvement with cops, the better. So they just filed a police report or put a report on file, but nothing's gonna come of it. Unless, of course, Dan kills me, and then they'll look into it and be like, "Oh, there was a time when he was threatening him or some shit," and I'll be like, "I'll be dead," but I'd be like, turning to my grave saying, "Yeah, y'all were supposed to be watching him, you stupid thing." Yeah. Um, so he, he fucking, I got dropped off at the magistrate's office, just to be there when he filed the report. Then I went walking to find the home. I walked about a mile from the magistrate's office to 85 and put my shit on the exit ramp because that's where I was gonna sleep. Not on the exit ramp, but the exit. Here's the highway. Shit, going this way. The exit ramp comes off this way. Okay, here's the highway right here. The exit ramp veers off this way. In between it, there's those trees and shit. That's where I was gonna stay. Um, so I put my stuff there. And then I ran into some old friends, and that's another journey that I'll talk about later in part 2 of this.